Welcome back to America for Bookshelf. Today we will be reading The New Small Person. The New Small Person. Elmore Green started off life as an only child, as many children do. He had a room all to himself, and everything in it was his. He was very proud of his room. He watched all his favorite cartoons on his own little TV set. No one ever changed the channel. He could line up all his precious things on the floor, and no one moved them 1 inch. When his uncle Cecil gave him a jar of jelly beans, Elmore could eat every single bean all by himself, in whatever order he liked. There was no need to worry about anyone eating the orange ones because Elmore Green's parents did not eat jelly beans. I don't like jelly beans either. There's only one flavor I like. And there's one flavor that I can't stand eating. Elmore Green's parents thought he was simply the funniest, cleverest, most adorable person they had ever seen. And Elmore Green liked that because it is nice to be the funniest, cleverest, and most adorable person someone has ever seen. But then, one day, everything changed. What do you think is going to happen? How did it change? Somebody else came along. The new person was small and didn't do much, but still people picked it up and smiled at it and gave it things to chew. They all seemed to like it, maybe a little bit more than they liked Elmore Green. On here, when it says, and smiled at it and gave it things to chew, seems like a dog to me. But it's a baby. The new small person didn't like watching Elmore Green's favorite TV cartoons and would squawk until the channel was changed. Elmore did not find shows for the small people at all stimulating. But everyone said that the small person couldn't help it because it was only small. Sometimes the small person would come into Elmore's room and knock things over, and sat on things that didn't want to be sat on. Once it actually licked Elmore's jelly bean collection, including the orange ones. As anyone knows, jelly beans that have been licked are not nearly so nice. But everyone said Elmore could not be angry because the small person was only small. that baby came along. For people are just ignoring Elmore. So it's not Elmore being mean. It's the parents being mean because the parents aren't even paying attention to Elmore. Elmore Green wished the small person would go back to wherever it came from. But Elmore's parents explained that this was not possible. Yeah, it's really not possible if they have to send the baby to an orphanage to get rid of it. The small person got bigger and things got much worse. One day, Elmore found the small person wearing his fourth most favorite outfit without asking. "That's mine," said Elmore. "It is not for small people." "I want to be the same as you," said the small person. But Elmore Green did not want to be the same as someone small. That's a lot of costumes. Probably doesn't go to school. So just wears costumes all day long. The small person followed Elmore Green everywhere. It wanted to sit next to him. It wanted to copy everything that Elmore did. It wanted to be everywhere that Elmore was. "Where are you going, Elmore?" said the small person. "Nowhere," said Elmore. "Can I come?" said the small person. When the small person said things like this, Elmore Green would go and sit up a tree. He did not want someone small following him around. This small person seems really annoying. One awful day, the small person moved its bed into Elmore Green's room. Now Elmore couldn't get away from it. It was always there looking at him. Sometimes it would stretch out its arms and say, "Huggle!" But Elmore didn't want to cuddle up to someone small. However, one night everything changed. How do you think it's going to change? Is there going to be another small person that everybody doesn't like? Elmore Green had a bad dream. It was very upsetting. A scary thing was chasing him, waving its grabbers and gnashing its teeth. Elmore screamed, and the small person bravely got out of bed and clung onto him. "Go away, Scary!" shouted the small person. It was nice to have someone there in the dark when the scaries were around. A few days later, Elmore Green was lining up all his precious things so they reached from his bedroom door all the way down the stairs. It was a very long line of things. The small person was amazed. "Ooh," it said. "I could make them reach to the front door if I had more things," said Elmore. "I have more things," said the small person. "I have at least 5 or 4 things. You can have them." It felt good to have someone there who understood how a long line of things was so special. The next evening, Elmore was laughing at the TV. The small person looked at Elmore and then at the TV. And then he laughed too. It was very funny. More funny somehow with 2 people laughing than just one. Elmore opened his jar of jelly beans. You can have a jelly bean if you like, Albert. His brother Albert smiled. Elmore smiled back. Whichever color you like, said Elmore. The small thing is named Albert. Except orange. The end.